Hello Capricorn, welcome, come on in. This is going to be a general love reading for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or any who feel drawn to watch this. I'm going to draw some cards for you and your energy, your person and their energy, and for the connection between you. And I'm going to start with an oracle card for you and for your person, just a higher level perspective, theme, message, focus, whatever it is that Spirit feels like needs to come through for you guys at this time. So let's take a look, Capricorn. What do we need to see? What does Spirit feel like needs to come through for Capricorn and your person, please? Okay. All right, the card for you, Capricorn, is Deep Diver. Taurus had this as well on their person's side. You could be dealing with a Taurus, or it could just be that that's a theme right now with the earth signs. Card number 10, this is completion and beginning. 10 is also a 1. So 10 is the end of a cycle and 1 is beginning of a new one. I feel like you are taking a deep dive. I feel like in a few ways, this is Deep Diver diving into a task. This is water, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's creativity, it's love and relationships. I feel like there could be something in your life that, you know, even in terms of work, family, whatever it is, there's a task that you're really diving into. It's big and it's going to require a lot of you, a lot of introspection. I also feel like you are really doing the deep dive into self, coming to understand, to dive into your subconscious, your desires, your wants, your hopes, your emotions, all of that, and really trying to go into the deep and sort it out. You're taking the task on. You're accepting this challenge that has been presented to you for your growth. Your person has card number 17 or 8. Eye of the Needle. Intentionality. I feel like there's something that your person is trying to accomplish that requires a great deal of focus for them to see through the illusion, to bring about this change. I think it's interesting that there are 4 needles on this card. Speaks to 4, stability, security, home. That also speaks to me of that 1111 soulmate or twin flame, if that is something that resonates for you. Relationship, that balance. I feel like they are trying to approach this connection, this relationship from a stable, grounded place with intentionality, understanding that this is going to require focus and determination in order to thread that needle. And there's something in their life that they're also having to focus on with intentionality. Because there's all this fire energy from this, which is that spark, that motivation, action, passion. I feel like they're trying to thread the needle to reignite the passion in their life, within themselves, within this connection. Bottom of the deck is card number 54 or 9. We have 8, 9, and 10 here. There's a progression that is happening within this connection, within each of you in your lives. We have the crossing, initiation. I feel like you guys are coming through this process. You're going to come to a point where there is going to be a crossing. You're going to pass through an initiation phase into the next step within this connection, within yourselves, within life. Being initiated, crossing over that bridge into new you, new them, new life, new relationships, new relationships in your life, but I feel like a new way of being, way of living, way of moving forward in this relationship. I'm going to do this a little differently this week. If you're one of my returning viewers, I'm going to actually start with the connecting energy, and then I will read your side, their side, and I'll end with a few cards of advice from Spirit. So let's take a look at the connection between you guys. What do we need to see? What needs to come through for understanding, clarity, guidance? Just what needs to be understood in terms of, or what can you show us, please, Spirit, about what is happening within this connection between Capricorn and their person? King of Cups, King of Water, Cancer. This is actually the card of the Chariot. There's forward movement happening. I think you guys are finding balance and moving forward within this connection. There's, yeah, something's shifting. Something is starting to move. It's too many. What else? Okay. Okay. Princess of Earth. This is the Hermit card of Virgo. It's about timing. It says August 22nd to September 21st. Again, this is taking me back to the Taurus reading. They had this reading as well. There's something very significant about the Virgo season time frame. I feel that is true for you guys as well. You're moving towards this, and I feel like you're going to see this movement begin to realize or be actualized with intentionality by the end of the summer as we enter into Virgo season. Also, this is also speaking to connecting with your wisdom, looking at things from a very analytical perspective and being very conscientious and responsible, exacting intentionality. It's fun, not funny, but it's like this deep dive, all this water. It's like the King of Cups, and this Hermit card speaks to this intentionality. I feel like this represents you, this represents your person, or vice versa. Take this how it resonates. Stallion, again, break free, wild, tame, strong emotions, desire, driving force, sexual energy, freedom, unleash the inner beast. This is very much the same thing, the same energy as this Chariot card to me. Charging forward, full, powerful, very powerful, unbridled passion. And then we have the Tornado right next to this. Storm brewing, torn up, a sudden unexpected sudden unexpected end, violent, a total wreck, breakdown, liberate, over and done, the end. I feel like this has either already happened or you are moving towards this. There's something that is coming to an end. It could be an explosive ending in this connection. I don't know yet. It could be something else that needs to end, something that has been brewing that has to come to a head and actually erupt in order to shift the way things are, to bring this change and this forward movement. Something could not continue the way it was, and it had to explode, so to speak, so that you could pick up the pieces and look at what was there and what is salvageable and how to actually move this forward. Queen of Water, Queen of Cups. This is the Death card. Yeah, this needs to happen or needed to happen in order to bring this transformation. This is the card of Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. This says October 22nd to November 21st. There could be something significant. Like, I feel like this could be that this ultimate destruction, this tornado that seems so destructive and disruptive is going to happen in Virgo season, and by Scorpio season, that actual transformation and rebirth will begin. But this is all happening or has happened or will happen in order to bring this necessary transformation within this, because what I'm getting from this is that things could not or cannot continue and be sustained in the way that they are. We have Cross, card number 36 or 9. Destiny, spirituality, divine guidance, trials, necessity, conviction, sorrow, emotional loss, duty, crisis, and fate. Same thing. I feel, I'm just going to put that right here. I feel like this has to happen. It's guided. It's destined. It is necessary to have this loss, this tornado that feels so disruptive, so powerfully disruptive. And it's destined because it needs to be cleared so that there can be a new path. It is divinely guided. This is very spiritual. These trials, these obstacles that you are encountering in this are necessary for this growth. It's actually bringing illumination, clarity, and healing. And I am going to get one more card. Child, 13 or 4, stability, security. Again, speaking to those 4 needles in that intentionality. Beginnings, innocent, brand new, creativity, spontaneous, carefree, inexperienced, tender, new perspective. Yeah, I mean, it's like what I've already said. This has to happen. This transformation has to happen because this is intended to be something more, something different than what it has been, and it needs to be reborn. Beginnings, brand new, creative, spontaneous. That's where you're headed. That's exactly what this is bringing. That's what the Chariot is headed towards, is this death, this transformation, and this new beginning. This beautiful new beginning with a sense of innocence that it didn't have before. Okay, let's take a look at your person, Capricorn, see what comes up for them. What do we have for Capricorn, please, Spirit? But I don't know why I'm finding these cards so hard to shuffle today. I don't usually really struggle with them. Maybe it's because the earth signs are struggling. Struggling to fit the pieces together. All right, Capricorn, what do we need to see for you, please, Spirit? What does Capricorn need to see or hear? What needs to come through for Capricorn? Temperance, healing, divine alchemy within the self, working in collaboration with Spirit. Balance, emotional balance, I feel, with the moon cycles. Tapping into and working and with your intuition and your higher self to temper the self, to bring healing where there's been an imbalance. Yeah. What you're healing, and this, I love it when the devil comes up in a Capricorn reading because it is actually your card. But I feel like, you know, other than it being your card and representing toxicities or patterns within yourself that you've had a difficult time breaking free from, can be addictions, alcohol, sex, drugs, shopping, codependency within a relationship. It's anything that is perceived, because it is a perception, it's within the mind, that is perceived as bondage that keeps you trapped. What you have been trapped by is this 5 of emotions, 5 of cups, guilt, remorse, loss, sadness, crying over spilled milk, being stuck in the loss of the past and not focusing on or recognizing the 2 cups that you still have standing, those 2 beautiful cups of emotion that have so much potential for so much fulfillment. And not, I feel like what you've been tied to is focusing on the loss of the past, and what is the universe is stepping in to help heal and bring balance to alchemize that, so that you can look at, acknowledge, feel, and release that pain and sorrow and grief from the past, but actually turn around to see those 2 cups that you still have standing. There aren't 2 cups in this particular Temperance card, but usually there are. She's pouring the cups back and forth and alchemizing them, and I feel like that's exactly what is happening, as the universe, the divine, creator, God, whatever you want to call it, your higher self, is helping, stepping in, because this is grand, this is divine when it's in Major Arcana card, stepping in to help you get over yourself, get over your focus on what hasn't been, and recognize what can be, what still is, and what can be. What for Capricorn? 5 of Voices. There's a little bit of conflict with you releasing this. This can be ego. It can be actually conflict with other people in your life. Disagreements. But I feel like it's you. It's within you. It's like, as this is happening, you're struggling this. I feel like you have been in this energy for so long that it's just become comfortable. It's kind of how you know life to be. And you're struggling with your ego to release this. It's difficult for you to let this way of being go. But I do feel like, you know, and it's up to you, up to the deep dive that you're willing to do to look at this within yourself. But I do feel like you are going to overcome that. I mean, Temperance is here. The divine is saying it is time. You are not meant to live in this state of 5 of Cups energy. You need to get over yourself, your ego, your fears, your doubts, because you are meant to experience and know happiness and enlightenment. The Empress. This is the card of Venus. It is both Taurus and Libra because they're ruled by Venus. This is the divine feminine. This is the embodiment of all of the queens. She is the queen of queens. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. I feel like, let me get some more cards, but I feel like you are going to, through this process and overcoming this, realize and actualize the divine feminine within you, male or female, like I said. This beautiful, abundant, nurturing, receptive, creative, loving, feminine energy. Very nurturing. It's very, very maternal, very beautiful. And the Empress is very powerful. She is capable of running an empire all on her own, but she's also very capable of working with, in collaboration, and understanding that, yes, she can do this on her own, but it is in collaboration that so much more can be realized and accomplished. And I feel like that's what's happening. I also feel like you are having a glow up, becoming more beautiful, tapping into your inner truth and wisdom, opening up your heart chakra. And I also feel like your person sees this. They see you becoming this beautiful Empress. And I also think or feel like you see your person as this Empress. Knight of Voices or Knight of Swords, Justice, and the Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Swords is someone coming in to communicate. I think when you heal, when you get through this process, and it could be your person coming to communicate this with you. I'm just really feeling like it's going to be you who's going to communicate this. You've got something to say, something to share. Justice, again, another card of Libra. You could have Libra in your chart. But there's something that needs to be communicated about an imbalance to restore justice. And this communication is going to bring balance, restore justice, bring healing, make things right, make things fair. As well as this happening is going to, your movement, your shift, taking those steps, doing this healing, facing your ego, overcoming your demons, healing this within yourself, and communicating about this is you taking those steps to begin this movement in your life. And because you're taking those steps, the universe is responding in kind and saying, I see the movement and that you are making, and I am going to help turn the wheel in your favor. Bringing this justice is going to turn the wheel, and you are going to be, fortune is going to be smiling upon you. Things are going to be looking up, working out. I feel like there's going to be little magical things happening in your life that just reinforce this understanding of the movement that you've created for yourself. 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, emotional fulfillment, figuring out how to achieve this emotional fulfillment within yourself, what it is that you feel like fills your cups and how to go after that, to work with that. Also having a wish come true or a wish granted, a dream come true. There is also with the 9 of Cups, a potential for complacency or overindulgence. I feel like that's kind of could have been where you have been. Maybe you've been overindulging because of this healing that you needed to do. So it's kind of, I feel like that's the overlying energy. It's like addressing and looking at those things as well as figuring out how to find emotional fulfillment for yourself. And through that process, you are going to have a wish granted and a wish come true. Let's take a look at your person, see what's going on their side. Let's take it through for Capricorn's person, please, Spirit. You know, just really quickly before I throw out their cards, or shuffle out their cards, I was just looking at this and I saw this cross again, with the light behind it, which I felt the need to put here. I'm just prompted to say or to remind you, when this tornado or this upheaval or what feels like such an upheaval in your life happens, have faith. Remember your faith. Pray, connect with the divine, meditate, but have faith and hold on and remember that this is truly, truly, as disruptive as it may feel or seem at the time, happening for you, because there's something so much more beautiful for you on the other side of this. All right, let's take a look at your person. Five of Cups. They also are in this energy of focusing on the loss, being focused on the remorse, the regret, the sadness, looking at what has been lost instead of recognizing what they still have. We have the Seven of Swords. There was some because this also connotates remorse and feelings of guilt. I feel like there was some deceit, some deceptive energy. Could have been them lying to themselves about how they felt, or lying to you about how they felt, or there could have been actual deception, trying to get away with something. With this Ten of Wands, this was a very heavy, or is a very heavy burden, and they're ready to lay this down, this Ten of Wands. They're at the end of this cycle, because it's no longer the burden that this is, the way that this is with this deceptive energy is not wish fulfillment for them. It is not, I think they thought it would be, but the way that this is played out as it is not emotionally fulfilling. And they know that they have to lay these burdens down in order to go after their wish fulfillment and to fill their own cups, because they've had an epiphany about this. They've gained some clarity. They understand that they have to thread the eye of the needle with intentionality, and I think they're trying to really listen to their truth. Eight of Pentacles. They are working, they could be really focused on work and career within their life, could be in school, working on graduating from undergrad to master's, or master's to PhD, whatever it is. It's working on focusing on the details to level up in career, level up in education, level up in life. But they're really working hard, and they're also really working hard on, they're in this Hanged Man energy. It's the card of Pisces. It does not have to be, or Neptune, I believe, but they are really working hard on gaining a new perspective. It's like they had this spark of truth. The divine hit them and brought about this shift and this change. And they're really working on listening to that, taking it further, expanding that with intentionality to see things in a different perspective, to get out of what they feel like has been stuck energy, what has felt like a burden. They're really focused on this right now. They could have withdrawn a bit, pulled back, or felt like you have, but they're approaching this with very determined, practical energy to see things in a different way, to free themselves from what they feel like has had them trapped. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. This is speaking about trying to be focused in the daily life while you wait for your ships to come in. It's like they know this is coming in for them. They can see it building. They can see it approaching. That they're trying to be focused in the here and now while they wait and hope. And no, there is an inner knowing with that card, with that Three of Wands, that there's something else, something more out there coming for them. All right, let's see what advice Spirit has for you guys. What needs to come through for Capricorn in terms of this, or just in general, what advice needs to come through for Capricorn, please, Spirit? Okay. What advice do you have for Capricorn, please, Spirit? Okay. King of Swords, card of Libra again. It's justice. Again, bring justice, balance, restore this balance, make right what is wrong. It says within 2 weeks, or September 22nd to October 21st, could be something significant about Libra season. Consummate diplomat, refined justice, accommodating, kind, desires harmony and balance, sociable, artistic, interact. I just really feel like this is talking about finding balance. We have Grasshopper here with this card number 5. leap of faith, easygoing, don't worry, moving on, prosperity, so what? Know that justice, life will balance itself. If you take these steps to heal yourself, have faith and trust that things will balance out for you in your connections, in your relationships, within you. Take a leap of faith. This is also a card that speaks to luck. I feel like there's going to be a judgment made in your favor. Be open to that. What other advice for Capricorn, please? Magnifying glass. Get more info, clarity, very important details. You know, I'm going to add this as well. Justice can speak to legal, as well as the King of Swords, can speak to legal matters. I feel like could potentially, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not actually in a court, but there's some claim where there needs to be a judgment made. And I feel like a few things, I feel like there will be justice in this situation. You will have some unexpected luck. But it's important for you, I feel like, with the advice, for you to pay attention, to look at to the details, to look at the details, do your research, pay attention to the fine print. And it's also saying that this could feel larger than life. I'm kind of getting there's going to be a really an opportunity or something that comes in for you that just feels like luck. It is here. It is coming. It is luck, but it's just recommending that you pay attention to the details so you know exactly what it is that you're getting within something, within this connection, whatever that is, whatever that means to you. Hopefully you will understand what that means when it arises for you. But that's your advice, to pay attention to the details, be open to fortune. Yeah. Wow. All right, Capricorn, this is what I have for you. I hope that if this resonated, and if you made it this far, I really hope it did resonate, but I hope that if it resonated, that you got something from this, or that it was helpful in some way. I love spending this time with you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope I see you again. Until next time, I'm sending you love and light.